And now in today's health, many of us fall victim to the winter blues when the dark days and cold temperatures leave us longing for spring and sunshine.
But experts say up to 20% of Americans are suffering from a more serious condition called seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. Dr. Frank McGeorge reports in Your Health.
Subset of population that when the light is diminished, those chemical changes will take effect and we get depressed.
Seasonal affective disorder is a subset of depression that's linked to a particular time of year, generally winter.
It's like a hibernation with a bad mood attached to it. So there's a tendency to oversleep, overeat, have very little energy, very little motivation, and report a feeling of depressed mood.
Some people may also feel hopeless or even have suicidal thoughts. If your symptoms are affecting your ability to work or function at home or at school, that's a sign you need help.
As any other major depression, there are approaches to it that can help those syndromes. Antidepressants, the standard antidepressants, cognitive behavioral therapy, talking therapy.
Dr. Samarian says using a light therapy box for 30 to 60 minutes a day can also be helpful.
If the mood is severe enough, the approach with antidepressants plus the light therapy can definitely help the majority of people in that syndrome.
And if you can push yourself to get outdoors or exercise more often, it's worth it.
It's really terrific to get out, expose yourself to a little more sunlight. Exercise is always good for almost everything, so definitely.
But it's important to recognize the difference between the winter blues and more serious symptoms.
It's a spectrum disorder because some of us get a little bit frustrated with winter and some of us get severely depressed, and we want to make sure that there's a difference and an understanding that when you're in a severe depression, you need a little more than just getting out to exercise.
As Dr. Samarian said, there are very effective treatments available, so talk to your doctor if you have any of these symptoms. In other health news this morning, more Americans are suffering from painful kidney stones. That's according to a new study from the Mayo Clinic. It found kidney stones have become more common over the past 30 years, especially among women. Researchers say advances in technology are part of the reason for the increase. Better imaging methods are diagnosing kidney stones that would not have been detected in the past.
Could taking a plunge in ice-cold water help relieve chronic pain? It worked for one British man who had been dealing with severe pain 10 weeks after having surgery. The 28-year-old former triathlete decided to take a cold winter swim. He felt no pain while in water and has not felt any since. Researchers aren't sure why the cold helped him, but they want to do more studies.
And lastly, eating more slowly may help you lose weight. A new Japanese study looked at health data for nearly 60,000 adults who were asked about their eating habits. People who ate a normal speed were 29% less likely to be obese, more than those who gobbled their food. Slow eaters had an even lower risk of obesity. Cutting out after-dinner snacks and not eating within 2 hours of bedtime also helps shed extra pounds.
That's it for this week's edition of Today's Health, and coming up on KPVI News Today, we take a look at your KPVI News Today headlines.